Hi, Charlie. My name's Nate. I have a question about the Trump administration. Why are they refusing to facilitate the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia?
Okay, so a couple things. I don't want to put you on the spot, but like how much research have you done into this topic? A fair amount?
A fair amount, yeah.
Okay, so is he a U.S. citizen?
No, but he had a judge-imposed order specifically preventing him from being deported that the Trump administration bypassed.
You are half right. Deported to just El Salvador.
Correct, which is where he was deported to.
Right, but the judge says he could be scooped up to any place at any time. Now it gets a little bit more complicated because they invoked the Alien Enemies Act. And so will you acknowledge that he was part of MS-13?
No. The only source that was saying he was a part of MS-13 was a cop in 2019.
Right. So what are the tattoos on his knuckles? It literally was like people that are in that world that know gang iconography, so that is MS-13 tattoos. Also,
okay,
is it
just because he has that? Why should he be denied due process?
Okay, right, but he had due process for about 5 years, right? So the judge says you could be scooped up at any time, at any place. Alien Enemies Act actually says you do not get due process when you're an invader on enemy land. MS-13 was called an invading force. Also, isn't he from El Salvador?
Yes.
So he's back in his home country.
Which is where he was specifically legally
Why?
protected from being deported to.
What was the excuse he gave not to go back to El Salvador?
Gang violence.
No, he said another gang was going to come after him.
Yeah.
So he was part of a gang.
He didn't use the words another gang.
No, he did.
Nope, he didn't. That's just a lie.
Again, he said another gang. Did he or did he not wear Chicago Bulls paraphernalia?
He did, and I don't think we can say that wearing Chicago Bulls paraphernalia
in Maryland?
is enough to say that you have a gang affiliation.
Okay, again, so just so you guys know.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of Michael Jordan
well, actually, I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan, but just so you know, I'm a massive Michael Jordan fan, but just so you know, and I hope you understand this, that the Chicago Bulls were the assigned team of MS-13 in the Baltimore metro area. And so we have witnesses saying that he was part of MS-13. We have the tattoos, right? We have the fact that he's from El Salvador. Another gang was going to come after him. And I just want to make sure I understand, why do you care so much about trying to return a non-American who is obviously a wife beater and a bad guy back to a country which was not his own?
Because I care that everyone under the United States is afforded the rights under the Constitution. And if we bypass that for him, what's stopping us from bypassing that for literally anybody else and just accusing them of being in a gang?
He's not an American, right?
He was in America. He was in America and was specifically protected from being deported.